First, atom has three parts. What are they? Proton, neutron and electron. So this is proton, this is neutron and this is electron. Okay, we have protons, neutrons and electrons. For a simple understanding, an atom looks like a solar model. You know, our solar system looks like, in the center there is sun, right? And around the sun, in the elliptical orbits, planets are revolving, right? First one is Mercury, Venus, and then Earth, right? So atom resembles our solar system except for the elliptical path, and there is only one planet which is revolving around the sun. But in an atom there are more than one electron revolving in a single orbit, which means, see, our sun is called nucleus. Here this is called nucleus, which resembles our sun. Okay, and the planets, Mercury is nothing but electrons. This is the electron. Okay, but here we have only one planet for each orbit, only one. Here also only one, here also only one. But in the atomic model there are more than one electrons revolving around the orbit or revolving around the shell. So this is nucleus. This is nucleus, this is electrons. But for hydrogen, the very first element, we have only one electron. Means in the first shell, the capacity is, it can hold two electrons, but for hydrogen, element hydrogen, we do only have one electron which is revolving around the nucleus. So in the first shell, the shell can hold two electrons, but hydrogen has only one electron. So it can hold two, but there is only one electron. So we'll take one electron I'm putting one electron inside. Okay, yeah, you can see there is one electron. So this revolves around the hydrogen. So here it is empty. And what about the nucleus? The nucleus also has one neutron and one proton. Okay, so the nucleus has one proton and one neutron. Okay, hope you guys understand about hydrogen. Now let us move to our second element. What is our second element? Look here, helium. Our second element is helium, which is atomic number 2. Atomic number means number of electrons in an element. Then total number of electrons in an element is called atomic number. So number of electrons is same as atomic number. So number of protons is also same. Okay, so earlier we have only one proton and one neutron. Now I am taking one. Now two protons and two neutrons inside the nucleus. But for helium we need to put one more electron here. Okay, we'll take one electron and we'll put it inside. Okay, yeah. Now this is now became helium, which has 2 electrons. Okay, now let us move on to the third element. Okay, what is the third element? Lithium, right? Lithium. So lithium atomic number is 3, which means it has 3 electrons, but our first shell has only the capacity of 2 electrons. Yes or no? So those 2 are filled up. Now we'll move on to the third shell. Now look here. Now this is one big atomic model. So this is our first shell, K shell. What do we call them? Our first shell is K shell. Now this is our second shell. Okay, this is our second shell. Now the name of this shell is L shell. So if you look at L shell, what is the capacity of L shell? It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, 8. How many electrons there are? 8 electrons capacity for L shell. Yeah. Now you may ask me, sir, how do I know that how many electrons can each shell facilitate? So I'll give an understanding explanation, clear explanation for that part. Okay, look here. 2n square n refers to the number of shell. See, K is first shell, right? K is first shell, so 2 into 1 square, that is 2. Now L is second shell, right? So 2 into n means second shell, so 2 square is 4, 4 into 2, 8. So that is the reason I kept 8 electron facilitated compartments here. Okay, now KL and the third shell is M shell, which can hold, let us find, 2 into 3 square. So 3 square is what? 9. 9 2s 18. Yeah. So now this is our third. First shell is K, second shell is L, and third shell is M shell. How many electrons can it hold? M shell can hold, look here, 18 electrons. So let us count from the top. Okay,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14,
15, 16, 17 and 18. Now we'll back to 1. So okay, third shell has how many electrons? It can facilitate 18 electrons. So this is a basic, short understanding for only K shell. And now we have KLM. So if the number of electrons increases, for each and every element, it will fill the K shell, first electron, second electron. And then for lithium, how many electrons? 3. So it will move here. And then for fourth, beryllium, 4 electrons. So 4. Like that, it keeps on filling. Okay. Lithium. Let us move on to lithium. So lithium has, atomic number of lithium is 3, right? So 1 electron, 2 electron. I'll put the third electron here. Okay. Now this is our third electron, and the number of protons is also, already there are 1, 2. Now I am putting the third one, but I am keeping how many? Two neutrons. Two neutrons. Let us count how many are there for lithium inside. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, how many neutrons? 4 neutrons. And how many protons? See, 1, 2, 3. Only 3 protons, right? Why is this happening? Now you may get one more doubt. So, sir, for hydrogen, you said 1 electron, 1 proton, 1 neutron, right? And for helium, 2 electrons, 2 protons and 2 neutrons, right? But for lithium, 3 electrons, 3 protons but 4 neutrons. Why, sir, 4 neutrons? For hydrogen 1 1 1, for helium 2 2 2, but for lithium 3 electrons, 3 protons but 4 neutrons. Why is 4? So let me explain. Now here comes the term mass number. What is it? Mass number. So if you can look here, see, mass number. Mass number means mass number. What is mass number? It is the weight of protons plus neutrons. Okay. Why, sir, only protons, neutrons? Why not electrons? Yeah, you may get one more doubt. Sir, why we are taking only protons and why we are taking only neutrons, but we are not taking the weight of electrons? Why? So this is because, see, electrons weight is negligible, quite negligible. So it's like, cause see, 1836 electrons weight, 1836 means 1836 electrons weight will be equal to just one proton, weight of one proton. Okay, so that much huge difference, so that much negligible the weight of an electron is. So that is the reason we are not including, we are not calculating the weight of an electron into the mass number. So it is a mass number is the weight of protons plus weight of neutron. See, for lithium, what is the mass number here? 7. So mass number is protons plus neutrons, right? Mass number is 7. How many number of protons do lithium have? 3. Plus we don't know number of neutrons. So if we do the calculation, we'll get 4. So how many neutrons does lithium have? How many neutrons does lithium have? 4. For hydrogen, 1 neutron. For helium, 2 neutrons, but lithium there are 4 neutrons. So it entirely depends on the mass number. Now you may get one more doubt. Sir, how do they find out the weight of atoms? I mean, how did they find out the weight? How did they find out the mass number? Because the atom is very small, it is unable to see with our naked eye, right? So it's, if that small, it is an atom. So the weight of protons, neutrons, electrons is also, these are subatomic particles, right? Atom is small, proton, electron, neutron is very small compared to an atom. So how do we know the weight? So there are a few procedures to find out the weight of these protons and neutrons. I'll explain that later in some other video. For now, let us stick to the concept of valencies and covalent bonds and ionic bonds. So if you see beryllium, how many electrons does beryllium have? 4 electrons. How many protons does beryllium have? 4 protons. So you need to keep in mind that number of electrons is always equal to number of protons. So 4 protons. But what is the total mass number here? 9. So we need to subtract mass number of protons from mass number. So 9 minus 4 is, how many neutrons does beryllium have? Beryllium has 5 neutrons. So in this nucleus, we need to put 5 neutrons. 1 2 3 4 5. So I took 1 2 3 4 5 neutrons. 3 4 5. We already have 4 protons, so which is beryllium has already 4 protons. I guess 3 is inside, so I'm putting 1 more proton. Okay, 4 protons, 5 neutrons, electrons 1 2 3, but beryllium has 4, right? So we need to put 1 more electron here. Okay, I'm putting 1 more electron. Okay, yes. Now like this, likewise, each and every electron increases, it will fill up this shell. After filling up this L shell, it will move on to M shell, and then this shell will be filled up. After filling up M shell, it will move on to N shell. Okay, you may get a doubt. So if lithium loses an electron, it will be called as helium because it has 2 electrons. No, actually what happens is atoms share electrons. Means lithium will give 1 electron, it will lose 1 electron, and other element who has the need of gaining 1 electron will pair up with lithium. Okay, which element has 1 electron in need to gain 1 electron to attain stability,